One of my absolute favorite perspectives to anchor into is the remembering or the idea that I am always free, that we always have the ability to reclaim our sovereignty, our inner freedom, and therefore we have the freedom to live and express and be any way we want to be. I absolutely do not think this is an easy thing, but I think it is in our power. Every time I remember that I get to choose my thoughts, I get to choose my perspectives, I get to choose my beliefs, it also makes me feel like I really do get to choose my life. And that feels so good. We're all formed to some degree. Who knows what the balance is between nature and nurture? We're all formed to some degree by external structures formed by the world, society, our families, all sorts of systems like school systems, belief systems, you name it. And from my perspective, when I look at all of the systems that exist that either I've been inside of or I can see around me, it seems true to me that not all of them are great. Not all of these systems are forming us and shaping us in the most beautiful way or the most empowering way or the healthiest way or ways that, lead to happiness and world peace. There's so many systems that I think it's really easy to see the flaws in. And having to navigate inside these systems, so many of them cause us to shrink, to repress, suppress parts of ourselves, to adapt to a way of being that doesn't match the innate parts of us, the nature side of the nature-nurture spectrum. They don't allow us to express our truest and most authentic selves. Or if we do, try to express our true nature, the wildest, freest, happiest, most expansive versions of ourselves, we're punished for it. Inside so many systems, whether it's a school system, a family system, a work system, the corporate world, the government, any big, powerful system, there are behaviors you are rewarded for, and there are behaviors that you are punished for. And us humans, being the very intelligent creatures that we are, who want to survive and who are very adaptable, of course, we adapt to these systems and we take on a shape that helps us thrive inside a system. And one thing that seems to happen is even when we have left a system, outgrown a system, decided that way of being isn't for me, I'm leaving, or this environment isn't healthy, I'm going to free myself. This person doesn't make me feel good, I'm leaving them. Even once we do leave, even once you are free, it's really amazing how many of those old messages and perspectives stick with us, stick in our minds, stick in our bodies. It's like the people who used to enforce the old constructs are gone, and yet we're still playing by those rules. The structures that held us in school or in a family, they might actually not be there anymore. And yet our body, our minds, our beliefs are still holding the same shape. It's like we are holding ourselves inside of the old prison, inside of the old cage, inside of the old box, that even when the teachers and the bosses and the parents are no longer guarding the door, we're still staying. We're staying in those old perspectives, those old cages. And in the process of freeing yourself internally, reclaiming your inner sovereignty, stepping into the version of you who you really want to be, I think there's a part of the process where naming what hurt or what wasn't healthy or who restricted you, which caused you not to flourish, there's a time where naming that and acknowledging the hurt, acknowledging how out of alignment that was, is a part of healing. is really helpful. You deserve to feel all the feelings. Maybe it's grief, anger, rage, you name it. And it's allowed to take as long as it needs to take. I don't think feelings run on a particular clock or timeline that you can enforce, and there certainly is no shoulds. And I think it's also really important to be a really loving, protective stand for yourself. And it can feel so good and so healing and so empowering to name all the things that weren't okay. And forgiveness and freedom, I don't think ever means accepting something or making excuses for somebody else that, really wasn't good for you or for anyone else. And then there comes a point on this journey to real personal sovereignty and freedom where you realize that you are actually the only one holding the key to your jail cell, to your cage, where it is really and truly only you who can choose your own beliefs, who can choose your own perspectives. And if you want to believe something new about the world, or especially about yourself, about who you are, about how you want to express, about what the most beautiful way to live your life is, that you really get to choose that. And maybe you can still see how the beliefs and perspectives of society or your parents or teachers or your employers, you can see the impact of them telling you how you should be or how it should be. You can see the impact, but you are the only one who gets to choose if you're going to keep holding that inside of you. No one else in the entire world actually has the power to make you see the world in a way you don't want to see it, or to make you view yourself in a way that you don't want to view yourself. And once you realize that, you have such an incredible opportunity to choose the values you want to live by, to choose the beliefs you want to hold, to choose the shape you want to take, the way you want to walk in this world. You get to choose. You get to choose all of the stories and the beliefs that you hold in your mind are going to be what pave the way for the life you're going to live. They are going to be what shapes what unfolds in front of you. And so you have this choice to choose. And so when you realize it and it's time to choose, oh my goodness, choose well, choose carefully, choose thoughtfully, choose well. Why not choose the perspectives and the beliefs that make you feel the most wonderful, the most free, the happiest? And this is not about any sort of emotional or spiritual bypassing. It's not about skipping the hard parts. It's not about skipping the hard feelings. It's not about denying or ignoring your past or the hurt. It's none of that. This process of moving from feeling trapped to feeling free will probably require you to feel all sorts of uncomfortable things, look at all sorts of scary parts inside of you. This is not about shortcuts. It's just about reclaiming sovereignty, reclaiming choice. You have the power to choose which narratives to keep and which to release. And even if past systems have conditioned you to believe that your needs or your desires are unimportant, your voice is too much, too loud, you are not enough, you are not worthy, you don't have to carry any of those beliefs anymore. You get to choose what stays, and you get to choose your own way forward.